Hello, Candice Sanderson, author of The Reluctant Messenger. I wanted to share with you a meditation I had at Goddess I Am, a metaphysical shop here in Naples, Florida, where I live. I attend this meditation every Friday morning, and it is always very powerful for me, and this time certainly was no exception. Beth, who owns the shop, started the meditation differently than what she has in the past. She used a selenite wand that is carved in the shape of a knife to do etheric cord cutting. Now, if you're not familiar with that, it's simply using this knife to slice away, to cut at energy ties that are leaving our body and connected to someone else, to another thought. She did this on the front, the head, and the back of each person. And what it does is really kind of help free up your own energy field for more personal energy. Every time I have this done, it's so nice because I feel lighter. Immediately, there's just like this unburdening, and it always just feels really good. And this is what happened at this time. Beth then sat down to begin the meditation, and as I began to close my eyes to meditate, I immediately saw this brilliant flash of white light, and I realized from the palms of my hand were these beams, like brilliant flashlight beams coming from me, and I knew that had to do with the cord cutting that had just occurred. And then the messages began. So let me read to you what I received. As you walk the path of life, your light shines. Remain clear with your intentions. Be ye pure of heart, and guidance will unfold in a manner perfect for you. Trust. Know that angelic forces surround you, protect you. Live within the heart space. With these last words, I saw brilliant diamonds form over the heads of each participant. My perception then zoomed back, and I realized the diamonds over each person's head resembled a crown. There was a connection with the group. The heart energy, the energy around the heart made the circle around the room, and then with the diamonds above each person's heart, I realized this was a beautiful crown from Spirit. The peaks began to glow, okay, and I knew they were connecting upward to the higher realms of existence. And then another message, or the message continued. Embrace this crown, for it represents the royalty of Spirit. And I thought, how beautiful. It really does. I then noticed a grayish type substance began to lift away from each person. Some had a little, others had quite a bit more. But it reminded me of ash, but just very, very fine bits of ash. It lifted away, and then it came back into the body and up straight through the tines of this crown of Spirit. And I realized these were lower vibrational frequencies, or negative energies that no longer served us. It was probably I know it was the remnants of that cord cutting that Beth had started with. And these pieces of energy were flowing up away from us, where they then could be transmuted and changed into a more positive energy. I then felt a very intense tingling on the soles of my feet, and I realized I could just feel the energy going down into the earth, deep into the earth, till I was totally connected with Mother Earth. And then I just had this beautiful breath of just total release. I was relaxed. It was so peaceful and so serene. And I realized I was totally connected from above and below. I was in perfect alignment. And then another message came. You are that divine connection between spirit. You are that divine connection between the physical and the non-physical. And then a knowing came to me, and it was a thought that I've had before, is that we could, and I did, bookmark this experience. Anytime we have an opportunity when we're in meditation, or whether it's just a thought, and you find yourself in this most divine space that you want to stay in, you don't want to leave, you can always bookmark it. And this is something the messengers have told me. You can just take a deep meditative breath and just look around and just take like a snapshot, a picture of these divine energies that you're in. And when you do that, you can return. The messengers have told me it's like traversing a field of snow. You go in one direction and you can certainly find your way back. The same way is true when you connect to non-physical sources. There's an energy imprint. It's subtle, but it's certainly there. So by setting the intention to return, it's the energy of that intention that will bring you right back to that specific place where you were when you set that bookmark. This was a very powerful meditation for me, and the last part of the message came in, and it says, as you learn to walk the path of truth and wisdom, your knowing increases. You no longer doubt. You know that you are divine. And that was just such a beautiful way to end this meditation. I know that everything is energy. Our thoughts are energy. Our divinity is energy. And knowing that the messengers are here for us, and they're here often giving us cues that we may not always pick up on because they're subtle, but we are divine beings, and we can learn to tap into the energy that they have in order to start recognizing the guidance that they give us. I had a couple takeaways really from this meditation. One was the bookmarking, learning. It was actually a reminder for me to just take that breath and remember where we are so that we can return to it. Again, it's that energy of intention to return that will put us right on that path so we can find it again. The second takeaway was the power of cleansing and clearing our energy fields. We are sometimes connected to the past, and those connections to the past take energy. Now, it isn't necessarily something negative. Sometimes it can be something very positive. But the more energy we have to the past, the less current energy we have for our personal use. So we can cut those energy ties. It doesn't mean we're like in something that's positive, for example. We're not forgetting about it, but we are learning to live in the current moment, and we're learning to view those things in the past through a different lens, through the eye of the observer. We still cherish those thoughts that are positive. We still love that they're there, but we're no longer using our personal energies to keep them alive. We appreciate them more from a distance. As we learn to do that, we are unburdening our past, and this frees up our current energy so that we can be more present, we can be more alert to spirit, we can start living more through our hearts. And I think that was just a very valuable lesson, a valuable reminder for me. So I hope that you enjoyed this meditation. You can certainly follow me on Facebook, on Twitter, on LinkedIn. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe to my channel. In the description below, you'll see a link to the written blog if you would like to read that. So until next time, I hope everyone has a fabulous day. Thank you and goodbye.